What's going on YouTube? If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Skeltos and if you're returning, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be going over my top 5 preferred Apex Legends loadouts. So let's get into it. Starting with number 1, the R301 and the EVA8. For my first preferred loadout, I'll be using the R301 and the EVA8. So let's get into the attachments. For the attachments, I'm using any stock or barrel stabilizer I can find. I don't care if they're mismatched colors, but if I could get purple for both, that's awesome. And I like to have at least the blue magazine on it. In this example, I am using the gold mag. But having a blue mag up against even a white mag or no mag is a heck of a lot better. The blue bag for me is the way to go. And I'm using it 2 times in this example. Sometimes I will use it 3 times, but I am definitely not as accurate with the 3 times as I am with the 2 times. So I'll be using the 2 times in this example. And then for the secondary, I'm using the EVA8. HCOG I use all the time on the EVA8 as long as I have an extra and I don't need it for the R301 if I didn't have a scope. And then a bolt of literally any color. In this example, I'm using a purple bolt. For the ammo, I am using a gold bag, so this may vary, but always have 1 stack shotgun. That's me. Some people carry 2. I'm not one of those people. And then for the light ammo, I have around 300 rounds or 5 stacks. This could change depending on the bag. If you have a smaller bag, you go down to 240 or 180. For me, I don't go below 180 if I can avoid it. Especially if you get to a fight, you run through ammo really quick, especially with the R301. So, at least 180 minimum, 300 maximum for me. Let's go on to preferred loadout number 2. Number 2, the R301 and the Volt. For preferred loadout number 2, I'll be using the R301 and the Volt. Now hear me out. R301 and the Volt, 2 guns I'm very comfortable with. I've been using them since the beginning, along with the EVA8. I didn't go over that in the last section, but again, the R301 hasn't really changed. You know, keeping the same attachments on it. I have the 3 times just to show you an example that I will use it 3 times on the R301, but 2 times is for me is the way to go. And then the Volt. So for the Volt, I have kind of the same thing, the top tier attachments that I can get in the firing range, but I'll take any attachments I can get on it. For me, I like to have the even gray attachments on it. The Volt has almost no recoil, so even no attachments isn't terrible, but at least have a magazine with it. If you can find a magazine of any color, it's better. The base 19 for me doesn't do it. If I can get up into the 20s with the ammo count and the mag size, that's awesome for the Volt. One thing I wanted to go over with the Volt, sometimes, most of the time I'm not running a sight on it, but if I will, as a secondary, I'll go over what I'll use as a primary, but as a secondary, I usually use an HCOG on the Volt, but I like the base sight, so, you know, this little circle, good enough for me. Ammo. Top row, I like to keep full of my ammo with some skills I was taught by others when I first started playing. So top ammo, again, 300 rounds for the light ammo for the R301, and then around 180 for the Volt. Sometimes I might go 240, you know, 240 energy, 240 light. It all changes. This is also the gold bag, so it's a lot different. You have a smaller bag, you know, keep the secondary ammo lower, your main primary weapon, the ammo is a little higher. That's preferred loadout number 2. Let's go preferred loadout number 3. Number 3, the Longbow and the R301. For preferred loadout number 3, this might come as a shock to some, but I'll be using the Longbow, the R301. Let's go over it. For the Longbow, again, top tier attachments. I think we know what's going on here right now. Top tier attachments, but it comes down to the sight for me. I am a freak of nature according to others, and I like using the 4x8 on the Longbow. I don't know what it is. Picked it up. Kind of comfortable with it. I'm just not kind of comfortable with it. I'm more comfortable with it than the 6 times on the Longbow. The 6 times for me is more of a charge rifle sight, but I'm not going to go over the charge rifle today. But yeah, 4x8 on the Longbow, just more comfortable with it. I like getting really close in with the 8 times. Never used the 4x10. Guess I'll have to give it a go and update you in a different video how that goes if I ever try it. And then R301 is the secondary. Just kind of same thing that's been going on. Same kind of, you know, attachments. I have a mag on it. I don't have a sight. Might run an HCOG on it. I don't have one in my inventory, but might run an HCOG on it as a secondary. Sometimes for my secondary, when I'm using it with a Longbow, it could also become a Volt or an EVA. You know, something that we've seen earlier in the video. Kind of think about those as those secondary weapons right here. Those are kind of another situation I'll do with the Longbow. Ammo count on a gold bag could change as always with smaller bags. At least 4 stacks of sniper. That's around 96 bullets. I seem to fly through ammo on the Longbow, so I try to carry as much as I can. And if I'm going to use the R301 as a secondary, 180 light ammo. Might go 240 to keep the whole top row filled with ammo, as I said in the last segment. But this could change with, with bags and stuff like that. That's preferred loadout number 3. Let's go to preferred loadout number 4. Number 4, the Volt and the EVA8. For preferred loadout number 4, I'll be using the Volt and the EVA8. Let's get into it. When I'm using the Volt as a primary weapon, it comes down to the sight for me. But as always, attachments and at least have a magazine on it. But let's talk about this sight. I use the 2 times on the Volt if I'm using the Volt as my primary weapon. I feel like it is just something that, I don't know how many other people use it, but I found that it works really well for me. I feel like I hit the enemies, you know, no recoil on the Volt helps a lot, especially with the 2 times bruiser on it. It just feels awesome to use. I like it a lot. Probably should be higher up in the list, but it's here because I just recently started using it as a primary weapon, but I'm definitely going to be using it more often. Not like the L-Star like some people use. I don't know, the Volt feels pretty good for me. And the EVA8, as we know, HCOG, purple bolt, kind of been the same. Ammo count, 1 stack of shotgun, and then I grabbed 300 energy. I feel like I don't use that much energy when I'm using the Volt, but I'm going to keep consistent with it. If you're using a primary and you have the biggest bag of purple or a gold, carry 300 primary, especially if you're running a shotgun. You can carry much more meds, even arc stars or thermites if you need them. You know, 300 energy, I would go with, but sometimes 240 will cut it. Let's go on to preferred loadout number 5. And number 5, the G7 Scout and the EVA8. For my 5th and final loadout, I'll be using the G7 Scout and the EVA8. Let's talk about it. On the G7 Scout, I am looking for a magazine. That base 10 bullets is not cutting it for your boy. I'm looking for any magazine I can get on it because it needs it, trust me. And then for the sight, I have the 2 times bruiser on here because it's what I'm comfortable with. But I know I need to get more comfortable with the 2x4 on this gun. It's a marksman weapon. It's there for long distance if you're not using a sniper. Just sometimes with the bruiser, I am not hitting the literal 1 pixel that a character might be on my screen. I'm just not hitting them. I don't know. It's just I'm not hitting them. It comes down to that. So 2x4 is something I need to get comfortable with. But the bruiser has my heart. And then as always for the secondary, EVA8 with an HCOG, purple bolt. Any bolt will do. For the ammo count, 1 stack of shotgun, 300 light. I want to talk about the light for a second. I don't feel like you need 300 light for the Scout, but if you have the bag space, do it. I feel like you can get away with 240 on the Scout. Just personal preference though. Some people may differ. You can argue about it in the comments. That is all 5 of my preferred loadouts. If you liked today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share the video with your friends. Remember, I'm live on Twitch multiple days a week. Schedule and the link is down in the description. Let me know down in the comment section what your top 5 preferred loadouts are. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.